tightly packed on there, and the stress of that is unimaginable if you haven't done it before. You cannot believe that there's room to put your paddle. You just have to look at the space in front of you and go. Believe in it and go. Any hesitancy and you're doomed. Pendle on the far left of the line has the biggest luxury, being on his own in a bit of space. He's got a long way to come across to the big guns though. Still people aren't settled. Away they go. They've gone. Straight into the lead in the red boat, a few up from the bottom.
Stefan Boulanger.
Boulanger. Pendle caught for speed at the top of your screen. South African to his right, going well. The massive coming together. Everyone survived it. These guys are so experienced at that.
Cyril Carr that is taking the lead out there.
Romalo up there also.
Yeah, Romalo. All them.
The blue boat of Burkett takes the lead. Romalo to his right.
Burkett had made a little bit slow start the first couple of boat lengths, but now he is there.
Making their way across to
Cyril Carr and Mats Patterson is on the right hand side from Burkett, I think. At least what I can recognize from the technique here. Using my binocular.
Burkett leads.
Pendle is there, Pendle is moving.
Pendle's about 5 from the right of the screen. Doing a great job again. So reliable on getting into the front group. Sometimes struggles towards the ends of the races, but you cannot be in these races if you can't get into that front group.
A very, very fast start, no incidents, no crashes, nothing.
So he did well to organise that.
Wonderful shot. Well spread out. Riding the washes. Can see Adrian Boros there.
So here's the start again. So hard to see who's who. What you do know is that Burkett is in a blue boat.
Yeah.
Romalo is in a black boat.
You can see how
so
Burkett
you can
is
see those guys
losing some ground there to start with, but then
now he gets going. And now he starts making his way forward. 3 from the top was the other South African. It's taken off extremely hard. In between them somewhere is maybe Patterson in one of those white boats.
Yeah, Patterson is the one that got squeezed there and moving to the other side.
Did well to survive it.
Yeah.
Blue boat at the top of that set was Pendle. Boulanger also in a really dark boat. And Hungarian next to him. Oh no, it's Winter in the red boat next to him. So that's why he was fast off the side. He was fast on the short races as well. So we failed to name check a few, but Burkett leads from Carr. On the right is Balboa. Tucked in the V is Winter. Pedersen to the right of the group there. On the left of the group, I'm not sure, but then Pendle.
On the left, I think it's Cyril Carr.
Romalo far left.
Yep. Easy to recognize by his. And Lawrence, I think it is.
Side by side with Romalo?
Yeah.
Yep. So Winter tucked in the V at the moment.
Clinton Cook is doing well. Replacing Hank McGregor.
Boros there with his teammate. Just trying to make his way back to that group with Jacob Adam as well. Group changing, Romalo goes round the outside. He wants to get into the thick of it. He doesn't want to be stuck on the edge of that group. He's only gained one place. It was a lot of effort to do it as well.
All the big shots are there now. No one had a bad start.
Maybe Lindberg? Is that Lindberg at the back of that group?
Yeah.
So maybe he would hope to be there. And the group is well organised. And the first obstacle will be the narrow bridge. Once they've come past us in the finish position. People swapping, trying to find a better wash for themselves. Somebody struggling to the right of that group. It could be Balboa struggling there in the blue shirt. Struggling to find, it's Pedersen's taking the lead, and that's why the group's getting stretched out.
Yeah. There is Boros. White shirt.
Balboa struggling to stay on what amounts to only half a wash there. It's hard at the moment. Pendle doing a great job to the left of Romalo. Carey to the left of Pedersen.
In the end of the group, Boros, as we used to see him, and just in front of him is Györkjab, his teammate, also from Hungary. And then it's France, I think it's Boulanger.
I saw Pendle got brushed up against the bridge pillar, but I didn't see who swam.
But into that passage, it was Mats Peterson in the lead, together with Cyril Carr, Nikolai Winter, the second Dane, and the two Hungarians. And now after...
There's still all going on at the bridge.
Yeah.
It's the Spaniard who's swimming, one of the Spaniards.
And there they are.
So Burkitt comes round to the front, Carey leads. Burkitt cuts out Pedersen. That's the first of a few tussles that those two will have. Winter moves to the left. Romalo just struggling to stay in touch still, and on the left of that group, maybe Laurens, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And Boros in the back, in the white boat, just behind Ramalho in the white cap.
So great racing. Pedersen takes a rest after doing the damage through the bridge.
Quite interesting. All the big names are still there. They've managed the bridge, regardless of the problems coming in so many into it.
So car from France looking superb. So I'm thinking who we lost from that group. Balboa was in that group. He's no longer there. Pendle was there. He's no longer there. That was all bridge incident. Who's the Spaniard who swam? Is that Alonso?
Could be. Yeah.
There.
I think
So in which case Laurens is the one who swam.
Yeah. Nice to have Alonso back. He had a couple of difficult years. Moved around a bit. Lived in South Africa. Now back in Spain. And once again joining top of the world marathon racing.
So it is Alonso. So our front group: Burkitt, Carr, Winter, Pedersen, Alonso, Romalo, Boulanger, probably
Minde
is there, Boros, but they're all kind of strung out at the back there.
Yeah.
Balboa leads the following chase pack of three. Carr slowing down now.
Pedersen and Ramalho together.
Patterson unhappy with it slowing down. You can tell how frustrated he is in there. And that's what I think that's what they should do with him. Have a slow race, work the group round and round and round and frustrate the hell out of him.
Specialist Cyril Carr.
Here we go. This could be the bridge.
It is.
So leading in, Pedersen, to his right, Winter, to his left, Carr. In the back is Burkitt. Romalo goes out to the second one with Carey. It's the Spaniard who's going under now behind Burkitt that gets pushed against the bridge. At the same time, Pendle gets pushed against the left arch. Burkett scrapes the Spaniard off on the pillar, Spaniard upside down. That's Laurence in the black boat closest to us. He's struggling now with Boros, and that's where we lost a few. Minder coming up on the right hand side now. Burkett leading. Round goes Winter. Not sure if Carr will like that or not. He'll have a look, see who's in the V that he's falling back to. I would fall back. I would fall back onto Patterson, give Patterson a hard time for a minute. But Carr says no to Winter, and Patterson keeps the V. Big mistake, I think. But Patterson's so uncomfortable there. He's pushing up between the two.
Why?
He just wants to break out and get going.
He should just stay there now.
Just relax, man.
Yeah.
South
I
Africans
think Alonso is more safe than Carr, actually, because he has the right-hand side.
It's the exit, though, can be quite tight as well if they're unlucky, and it depends how aggressive Burkett is.
Yes. It is a right turn, and you're thrown out a little bit.
So going through the right-hand arch, it's going to be extremely tight. Carr breaks left. Oh no, Boulanger, sorry, breaks left. As does Winter. Boulanger back. Burkett stretches the group. Pedersen uncomfortable.
This bridge.
Boulanger did a great job round there, as did Alonso and Carr. Pedersen at the back of the group now with Boros, but Boros is happy there. Pedersen isn't.
And the master tacticians in this group, I think, is Burkett and Alonso, having been doing these
They're the ones with experience.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Alonso will be happy with a big group.
Yeah. And also with all the obstacles.
See the difference. That front group has clear water. Boros taking the opportunity to get in front of Burkett, who sees him, moves right. Pedersen only just missed the bridge there. He went from the middle arch to the left arch. Bit of a gamble. He made it though. Carr to his left. Burkett takes up the pull. Boros goes round, holds off Alonso. Pedersen is let free at last, and he's seen that opportunity, and he's going to take it. He has been absolutely busting to get out of that trap for a long time.
Boros now. Boros is counting on Pedersen coming up there and ensuring the position for himself.
And Alonso covers Pedersen straight away.
And
straight away.
Boros as well. Yeah.
Pedersen just doesn't like the rough and tumble.
No.
They need to keep working him, work him over the whole time. Burkett looks strong. Two Frenchmen still there. Mindy maybe lost touch now. And Winter, we won't see him in the front group again, I don't think.
It just seems so easy for Burkett. He's just stretching out, and
Alonso's going to be good here, yes. Pedersen stressing, and at the back of the group, and Mindy in trouble. Alonso is back to his best.
Yes, absolutely.
Relaxed through the drink station, out the front. Jeez, we haven't seen him like that for a few years.
No.
Superb.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a long route back from where Boros is at the moment. At the speed they're travelling, this is not going to be easy. Alonso doing everything he can to stay with Boros, but this speed is high. Two Frenchmen still in there. No one comfortable. Boros doing everything he can to get back on terms. This is not easy for him. Mindy still there.
Yeah. Alonso is coming up.
I don't think Alonso can stay with Boros, can he? Maybe he can. Boros also coming left with Mindy. Oh, Burkett luckily managed to keep hold of his boat. Boulanger also struggling, opened a window for Alonso. Patterson running hard. Well organised drink from Carsten there. A little opportunity again to break the group. In goes Pedersen, nicely done, he's away.
Oh, and Burkett is away.
Burkett's away, he's going to chase down Pedersen, no problem I don't think. Boros, somebody's swimming, that could be Alonso. Yep, that's Alonso. So just the difference between being stressed and not stressed, and he's lost his group, and he's in the way of a few people there. And we've got a big change now. I feel bad for Alonso. I think he just put the boat in the wrong way up, essentially. Just rolled in. So Boulanger from Burkett, Boros, Pedersen in the V. Carr on the second wash. He seems comfortable with that. Balboa in the second V, and as we say that, Romalo closes the gap and now joins his group to the lead group. Burkett takes the lead. Pedersen pushes up, takes on Balboa for the lead V.
And Lindberg.
Carr goes right.
Yeah. Lindberg trying to get
Balboa
on.
moves up between the two, and what an opportunist. Michael Leverett. So incoming. So it's obviously an incident here on a replay. Leverett comes into the pontoon, stands up, loses his boat. That's what happens if you don't maintain contact with your boat. Yeah. It's all very well doing those fancy stand-ups, but that is, for someone of Leverett's experience, that's a schoolboy error. You can get away with the fancy stuff, but there's always a risk.
Yeah.
Always a risk.
But most of the top guys are using it now.
Alonso still also persisting.
After a swim, that's remarkable.
It is. But there was a good group for him to fall back to.
Yeah.
Two of which are now leading the race. Burkett leads in, but really there's no intent showing on any of these four. Balboa moves left, all the other three go right. Now maybe a bit of intent from Pedersen, possibly to hold out Romalo. Pedersen would have been hoping that Burkett would have run long there and held Romalo off. Romalo loses touch with his boat briefly. I think that was just the number going in the water there. They're going to have no numbers left at the end of this weekend. Oh, a bit of confusion in the drinks lane as well from the Portuguese. I think it was Rui there. Everyone loves Rui. Nobody can walk past Rui Cancio without having to give him a hug. That's the rules in this world. 3 away, Balboa first. Who are we missing there? Romalo, who just struggled. Struggled coming into that, well, not into the Portage, getting out of his boat. Lost his number. It's a little bit of a chase, but I don't think Balboa will lead too hard. In comes the next group. Boros, Boulanger, Lindberg and Minde. So through onto the canal for the last time. Have a look at the faces. See who's got strain. They all look pretty good to me.
Everyone looked pretty strained. It was no pain.
But these guys aren't far behind.
Oh. It's not more than 45-50 seconds now.
And so we wait to the last couple of bridges before the portage. I think then it will start to get a bit busy. Burkett happy to have dropped back into the V, otherwise he wouldn't have gone there from the lead, so he's comfortable. It's at this time of night, Stefan, that the air conditioning unit needs turning back up again. It's getting a bit chilly in the cabin here. So Romalo leads. I think it's probably the best place for him at the moment. It's starting to get a bit risky being in the V from now on. You gotta weigh it up. This risk versus reward on that one. And third group.
But it is a long portage.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference to a short one at the last, as the last portage. A short one, it would have been decisive to enter first. But on this one, it's 100 meters to run, or a little bit more actually.
Group 3 going through the arch, George Jacob Adam, Alonso and Bonacina.
Go.
So here we go. They're off the canal, and they're heading towards the two final bridges and the final portage. It's pretty stressful in here, and it looks like to me that Andy Burkett is happy to come into the portage last.
Yeah. Resting as much as he
Yeah.
can.
So he's all about the last 750, Andy Burkett, and
The run in the last 750.
Romalo's positioned himself well after the last couple of portages. He's going to come in first, I think, although it's going to be quite a flurry into that portage.
At least he's very eager to it, I'm sure. Balboa watching Burkett over the shoulder. What is he doing? When does he come?
He's trying to see how they feel.
Yeah.
And that's, you're trying to gauge it, just get some idea of how people are feeling.
And I think he's convinced that Burkett will try to move around and eager to respond at the right moment.
Both those guys on the outside need to keep a strong eye on Burkett.
Yeah.
It's just a few hundred meters to go now to the portage, and it's tense.
Really, really tense. The final portage.
Under the first of the two bridges. Now it starts to get a little bit tetchy. Romalo leads. Burkett in the V.
Continue there.
I think that's how it's going to arrive at the Portage by the look of it. It's the best opportunity Romalo's had for a long time.
If Burkett should do anything, he should do it now.
So Balboa went right, but he hasn't sped up to go right. So Romalo's going to lead.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure. That was just deliberately to.
Oh, yeah. Watch this. That is tactics.
First, he tried to hold off Balboa. Then he decided he was better off to hold off Burkett when Burkett came out. And Romalo's going to lead into this. Burkett's going to be last in. Burkett changing to go to the right-hand side, I think. Across behind Balboa. Balboa looks good, huh?
Watch this.
Oi! So everyone's messing everyone about.
Yeah.
So it was
Patterson is really fighting.
It was
Burkett.
good from Patterson. Patterson's going to get out early.
Very good.
He won't leave space for Balboa. But he's out, up and running. Burkett's actually in a spot of bother now. That guy's going to wish he wasn't stood in the way. He's got sore legs, and Romalo is running well. Burkett's in a spot of bother. Romalo thinks he's got it. You can see in his face.
Yeah.
Romalo thinks he has this.
Burkett has the right side for him.
This is where accidents can happen.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Patterson and Balboa, and it's Burkett in a world of trouble here. He may come out of this. It's going to be hard work, but he could close them down. There's three together.
It's full speed ahead. Mats Peterson's tactics into the Portage position. Burkett
is going hard now.
Yeah. Position Burkett in an awkward situation, and now he needs to keep up for that. Here comes
Balboa, caught for speed, but he's going to hold Burkett off, and he won't let Burkett into the V, I don't think, from there. Burkett has to go round and cut off Romalo,
and it goes around on the inner side.
Romalo says no. Burkett ducks in. Balboa wants to say no. He does say no, but both of them are held up there. Burkett can't make his way back to this group. Meanwhile, Patterson presses on.
In a smooth and nice and easy way.
This is fantastic stuff, man.
Wow.
Patterson has the initiative at the moment. Balboa in a strong position. Burkett's tried hard 3 times and failed. Here we come, round the top turn. We're halfway back to the Portage. Maybe, just maybe it's Romalo's year. I don't know if he's got the speed to get past Patterson, though. Balboa, possibly.
Yeah.
But Patterson has it for now. It's going to be tough for Burkett to retain his title here. I don't think it can be done from there. He's going to have to go wide. There goes Patterson. Patterson is on full bore already. But Burkett, it's not over for the fella.
It's not
He's
over.
still coming.
Romalo is still using the wash from Mads.
Romalo has a chance still. Balboa has a chance still. Burkett, no chance now.
200 meters more to go.
Burkett is done. There's going to be no medal for Burkett. It's going to be Patterson, I think. Romalo's already at full stretch. Balboa isn't finished yet, though.
But here comes Romalo. No.
It's going to be Patterson, I think.
It's going to be Patterson once again. What a race.
Romalo, full bore. There's nothing else he can do. He's going to drop back, but Balboa will come up in this last 10 meters. Balboa trying to come over the wash of Patterson. It's going to be Patterson. Patterson all the way from Romalo, from Balboa.
There it is. The first man in the world winning
finish.
both under 23 and the seniors at the same championships.
Romalo 2, Balboa 3. Not to be for Burkett. It all went wrong for him just before the Portage. All 3 guys pleased with their day at the office. 2 of them weren't even in the front group for the first 3 laps.
Absolutely amazing. And what a Viking, Mats Peterson, the first man ever winning both under 23 and the seniors at the same championships. Mats Peterson, Denmark.
Burkett coming over, gracious in defeat. And here for 5th is Boulanger. But Mindy has still got something to say about it. Boros tired, Lindbergh tired. And the Frenchman just too fast for them. It's 5th for Boulanger. But no, here comes Boros for a big finish. I don't know if he can do it. It's ugly. It's ugly, but it's effective. Oh, it was close. Oh my word, that is full on. That's full on when you're tired, that is. It doesn't get harder than that. Fine effort from Adrian Boros to finish there. 6th place for Boros. Wow.